Hey y'all, and welcome back to All in the Jeans. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching it this far. We guys appreciate you so much. Today I am talking all about these. My new knotless braids that I did on myself. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've tried this style before earlier this year. I think it was like around January, December-ish. Probably, I think it was January that I did it. I attempted this style, but I only actually did knotless braids like for a I only did knotless braids like in the back, but as I was doing them, I was like, this ain't it. This is not coming out the way I wanted to. Like, I felt the hair not being smooth, so I stopped trying to do the braids and I just did like small braids with like the normal plait knot at the top of it, and I just did small braids all over my head. But this time I was like, I'm gonna actually try to do it all the way through. So I watched some other YouTube videos and watched some people on Instagram, and I was like, I can do this. So this is my attempt at the knotless braids. So if you're one of those people who do their own hair, go ahead and keep watching this video, because I'm going to try to give you as much as I can a detailed step-by-step on how I did these braids. It took me a total of about 10 hours, I think, to complete this look, which for me is not that long of a time. I always have to do my hair when I'm doing an individual kind of protective style. It usually takes me 2 days no matter what, because I have kids and I only can do my hair while they're sleeping, especially if it's during the week, which is when I did my hair. So I only have, after they go to bed at like 8 o'clock, until whenever I want to stop to do my hair. So for the most part, it always takes me 2 days. If you don't like sitting to get your hair done, just period, this probably isn't going to be for you. But I love knotless braids because they're light. I love small braids because they're light. I can put my hair up in a bun with no problem. I don't have to worry about me having like this crazy headache. Now, I'm what people call tin head. I don't like combing my own hair, so I have a very sensitive scalp, I guess you can say. So I don't like styles that are too tight in my head that I can't lay down and go to sleep, or like pull my hair back or anything like that. So that's why I love these, because they're not tight. I can put them up the same day that I do them, and all that jazz. So yeah, keep watching this video for my how-to on how to do these knotless braids. Okay, the rest of this video is going to be a voiceover for the most part. So yeah, see ya in the next clip. Okay, so the hair that I'm using is the Soul Sister Yaki Perm. I have both 1 and 1B. This is just hair that I have laying around the house, so I'm using what I got. Next up, I will be using the Shine and Jam with Honey Conditioning Gel. This gel is bomb, y'all. Next up is the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strength and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. I will be using a rat tail comb with a super sharp tip on the end, scissors, some ponytail holders to just kind of keep my hair out of the way while I'm trying to braid, and a mirror so that I'm able to see the back of my head while I am braiding and trying to part, for the most part, mostly for the parting is what I'm going to use this mirror for. And then this cool little thing. So this is actually a thread holder, but I am going to use it to hold the hair on it as I go ahead and separate out each braid. It just makes the process a lot faster. So I separate the hair out and then I put it on here, and that way as I'm going through my head, I just kind of grab what I need and I keep going without having to separate multiple times. So I'm just kind of showing you guys how much of my head I've already done, most of the back, and now it's just the top. So what I do is I separate my hair ahead of time. So I go ahead and separate each row that I'm going to be braiding. I don't even know how many rows I had. If I can think of it by the time I'm finished with this voiceover, I'll let you know. But yeah, so I start in the back, and I had all of these rows separated in my hair and braided across. That way I could just take the row out. The part is already straight, and I just get to parting and doing the braids. Now I am going to stretch the braiding hair. This is important because you don't want to have super blunt ends when you're braiding your hair. Having super blunt ends means that your braid will not it will come apart at the ends basically, unless you put a rubber band around it. But if your hair is uneven, kind of like your real hair, when you braid it, the end sews off better when it's more so uneven versus on a fresh cut. So that's what I'm doing, just pulling the hair and kind of stretching it out. This is what this is called, stretching the hair, so that I will have uneven ends that will give me a nice sealed off natural looking end at the end of the braids. You want it to look like this when you're done braiding. Okay, so now I'm going to fill up my hair holding rack. I'm sure there's a better name for it, but I'm totally having a brain fart right now, so I can't think of it. But this is a thread holder, so I'm about to put my hair on it. So this is the amount of hair I'm going to use for each braid, and I'm going to separate as many as I can out of the packs of hair that I've already stretched. And I'm just going to keep going until the hair ends. If I can get all the way to the top, that's really helpful, because then that means I have to stop less times to separate hair. But I didn't have enough for all of it, so I just kind of stopped. So I already took out one of my pre-parted braids, and what I did was just kind of cleaned up the part a little bit, so it was as straight as I could possibly get it. Y'all, I suck at parting, so just don't judge me, okay? And what I do is I take gel and I kind of gel down the part just so I can have a better view of how straight it is. Next, I'm going to separate the entire row into each braid that it's going to go into. So I'm only going to show you guys two of the plaits that I'm going to be doing, but I separate the entire row going back. I think this was probably about 5 to 6 braids that I separate. So I part it, I take gel, I put it around the base of the braid, and then I twist it a little bit just so it can stay separated from the rest of the hair as I'm going back and parting my hair. Okay, so let's get into the braiding. I forgot to show you guys a step to this braid, but I'll show you when I do the next one. So I'm going to start off this braid, and I'm going to essentially braid it twice, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to start the braid with 2 rotations. So 1 and then 2. And then I'm going to grab my first piece of hair, which is going to be the smallest piece. I'm going to place it between the hair that's holding the middle strand and the front strand, and I'm going to place the hair up under it. As I place it up under it, I'm going to grab it with those fingers that's holding the middle strand and the front strand. If you do not know how to braid and you don't know how to add in hair, this probably sounds like complete French to you. Trust me, I understand. And honestly, practice makes perfect or makes do. So if you don't know how to just braid period to the scalp, or if you don't know how to braid to the scalp, this is going to be really hard for you to understand, but just stick with me. So I add in 2 more sections of hair as I continue to do the braid. This is the feed-in portion of the knotless braid. So you start out with no hair, so you do not create a knot. You add in small amounts of hair until you reach your desired thickness, and once you reach that, you just braid the hair all the way down, and that's pretty much it on how you do the knotless braids. As far as actually the actual braiding portion of it, like I said, I tried this before and completely failed at it, so it does take some time to get used to. And even here, my braids are not perfect. I'm just doing the best that I can. So don't be afraid of it. Do not be scared. Trust me, I've been doing my own hair for a long time, and I've done other people's hair with hair added in, and it looked busted for many years. My friends really love me to trust me to do their hair. But now I know better and I do better. But yeah, so this is how I did my knotless braids. Your braid should look something like this when you are done with it. You should see like your natural hair just kind of feed into the braid. That's the whole point of the knotless braid for your hair. For one, for it to be lightweight and for it to look more natural in your head. So these are the steps I forgot to show you guys the first time. I added the leave-in conditioner. After I separated the hair, I added the leave-in conditioner, and then I separate those bigger pieces of hair that I have on the thread holder into 3 pieces. One being the smallest and then the other 2 being about equal in size. So here we go again with the same steps. I start my hair and I do 2 braid rotations, stop, and then I take the smallest piece of hair, I feed it into the middle and front strand under the braid, and then I just grab it and braid it down. Okay, so that pretty much sums up the braiding portion of this knotless braid tutorial. It's the next day. I was too tired to finish my hair. So what I have here is some super hot water. You want to get you some water that's not boiling. It doesn't have to be that hot, but you want some pretty hot water. And you want to get yourself some mousse. And what I'm going to do is, and if you've never had weave in your hair, you've never had braids in your hair, this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to dip the ends of my hair into this super hot water, and what it's going to do is it's going to make my hair look a lot less stiff. You see how it's like not really moving, and it's kind of just, now look at it, it's just staying there, it's not even falling. I separate my hair into 2 sections because it's really long. This is easy for me to do by myself. So I stick as much as my hair as I want to. I try to make sure that I'm not going to hit my real hair. I just don't think your real hair should be in super hot boiling, almost boiling water. That just doesn't seem safe to me. So I'm going to leave my hair in there for not even a whole minute. It's really just a few seconds, enough to like shock the hair and make it become nice and smooth, I guess you can say. It also helps with any like flyaways you may have at the ends of your hair. So yeah, I'm going to dry it off as safely as possible. This is super, super hot, so please be careful when you're doing this. Like seriously, you see my hair is like smoking. So I'm just going to dry it off, try to get off as much water as I possibly can as the hair cools down. Some people who, if they have someone helping them, they just kind of tilt their head back and let their hair just kind of drip. I think that's like a good thing to do as well, and like wait for the hair to actually cool down before trying to put the towel around it, which is cool. I didn't have help here, so I did that one side, and then I'm going to do the next side, and this is how the hair should look. You see how it's actually has like movement to it. It's not stiff anymore. After I'm done dipping my hair in the water, I take the mousse, and this helps to make sure that my hair doesn't frizz up at the top. So I'm going to take a lot of mousse, like you want a good amount, like a snowball amount. And I'm just going to apply it to the top of my hair, smooth it down. Now some people, they'll add like a satin scarf on top of their hair, or like a do-rag of some sort to help just kind of lay your hair down even more, so you don't see any frizz or any flyaways. I'm not that much of a perfectionist, and I just really don't care, so I didn't do that stuff. But yeah, I'm adding more mousse, and then I'm just going to smooth my hair down, let it air dry, and that's it, y'all. Yeah, so pretty much that's everything for this video, that is how I achieved this look. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have not tried knotless braids before, I hope you would try it now. And if you have tried them, have you done them on yourself? Let me know down in the comment section below what is your favorite protective style. As I told you earlier, mine at this current moment are these knotless braids. I love them so much. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and you have you told people about us? Have you told the people that we out here trying to make little videos and stuff? Tell your mama, tell your cousins, tell your friends, you know, tell everybody you know to come over here and join the G team. We love you guys. Bye.